The rich don't work harder than you. They just get paid differently and taxed better. Think about your last paycheck. Picture it in your mind. Before it even hit your account, a big chunk was likely swallowed by taxes. Then, half of what was left probably vanished to cover your rent or mortgage. For most people, by the time you pay for gas, groceries, and all the other necessities, you're left with scraps. You find yourself skipping meals to stretch the grocery budget. Your card gets declined at the pump. Your rent just went up again, and you haven't even dared to look at what daycare costs. This isn't happening by accident. You've been lied to. They sold you a dream. The secret to wealth is to outwork everyone else. But what if I told you that while you're grinding away for 60 hours a week, the truly wealthy are making more money than you could dream of? While they sleep, you're sprinting on a treadmill, trading your life for a paycheck. But the rich are playing an entirely different game, with a playbook you were never meant to see. In this video, I'm tearing that playbook wide open. I'll show you the 3 shifts that build real wealth, and I'll reveal the one, almost unbelievable method the rich use to live lavishly on their growing fortunes without ever selling a single asset or paying $1 in tax. Let's be honest. Hustle culture is a beautifully designed trap. It's a machine built to keep you overworked, underpaid, and too exhausted to question why you feel so stuck. It convinces you that your only worth is your output, and the price is your most valuable, non-refundable asset: your time. When you're drowning in deadlines and chasing side gigs just to stay afloat, you don't have the mental space to think about building real, lasting wealth. You're just trying to survive. But what if you could get off that treadmill for good? What if you could finally make your money buy back your time? Meanwhile, billionaires can pay a lower effective tax rate than their assistants. But here's the secret. Many of the tax strategies they use aren't exclusively for them. Why does your paycheck feel broken? Because it is. To understand why, you have to see the core of the lie. Not all money is treated the same. The system is engineered to favor one kind and punish the other. First, there's earned income, your salary and wages. It's the money you trade your life for, and it gets taxed relentlessly, with rates climbing as high as 37% before state and local governments take their cut. This is the hustler's income, designed to keep you swimming against the current. Then there's the money of the wealthy, portfolio and passive income. This is money that comes from owning assets like stocks, businesses, or real estate. This income is treated like royalty by the tax code. Profits on assets held for more than a year are hit with a special, lower long-term capital gains tax rate, which for many investors is just 15% or 20%, and for some, it's even 0%. You're taxed on your sweat. Investors are rewarded for their patience. The rules were written by the wealthy to reward their money, not your labor. That's why the rich aren't just focused on earning more. They are obsessed with owning more. This is how the system rewards owners. This is the first move in the wealth formula. Hustle isn't the enemy. Hustling for the wrong kind of income is. Are you tired of selling your time like it's on a clearance rack? The first step is a mental shift. Stop thinking like someone who works for a living and start thinking like an owner. An employee sells their time, a finite resource. An owner builds or buys systems that work for them around the clock. This is the only path to scalable wealth. Consider this. At a typical large company, it could take a median employee nearly 200 years to make what their CEO does in a single year. That is the raw, undeniable power of ownership. Think of a nurse, Maria, drowning in 12-hour shifts, her paycheck vanishing as fast as it came in. Feeling trapped, she used a small part of her savings to automatically buy into an S&P 500 index fund. It wasn't much, but it was a start. For the first time, she wasn't just trading time for money. She now owned a piece of the world's largest companies, and her money was finally earning her freedom. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income, and most of them are passive. Ownership can be real estate, owning properties that generate rental income every month. A business, building a system that makes money even when you're not there. Paper assets, owning stocks and funds that grow and can pay you dividends. Digital assets, creating a course, a brand, or a channel that generates revenue 24/7. Every dollar you earn is a soldier. Stop sending them into a battle they are guaranteed to lose. Start using them to acquire assets that will fight for you. The choice to act on this is the most important financial decision you will ever make. Every single day you remain just an employee is another 24 hours. You are not building real wealth. It's another dollar unnecessarily lost to taxes that could have been compounding for your future. It's another irreplaceable piece of your life traded away for a wage. The cost of inaction is staggering, and it's measured in the freedom you're not claiming. It's time to start. What does freedom actually look like? It looks like getting your time back. Owning assets is the first step, but engineering passive income from those assets is how you buy back your life, hour by hour. Passive income is money that flows to you with little daily effort. It separates your time from your ability to earn. This isn't magic. It's the result of converting your earned income into cash-flowing assets that work even when you don't. Imagine a parent missing family dinners for a demanding job. They buy a small rental property. After expenses, they pocket the cash flow. But then comes a magic trick from the tax code: depreciation. This phantom expense can reduce their taxable income, sometimes to zero, even while the cash hits their bank. This new income allows them to cut back their hours at work and finally be present for their kids. A strategy unavailable to someone only earning a salary. Your mission is to convert the money you work for into money that works for you. This isn't just about getting rich. It's about reclaiming your life. This is the second move the rich make. What if your tax bill wasn't a punishment, but a strategy manual? This is where the rich leave everyone else in the dust. They don't see the tax code as a burden. They see it as a set of incentives. The government wants people to provide housing, so it offers massive tax breaks to real estate investors. It wants people to create jobs, so it gives powerful deductions to business owners. The wealthy treat taxes as a game they fully intend to win. They use legal structures like LCs and S-Corp to slash their tax bills and powerful strategies like the 1031 exchange to defer paying taxes on investment properties, sometimes forever. The ultra-rich often use a framework called buy, borrow, die. It's brutally simple and perfectly legal. 1. They buy assets that appreciate, like stocks or real estate. 2. They borrow against those assets. This loan gives them tax-free cash to live on or to buy even more assets. They never sell, so they never trigger a tax bill. 3. When they die, their heirs can inherit the assets. And thanks to a rule called the step-up in basis, the built-in profit is often wiped clean for tax purposes. They live lavishly on untaxed money and pass on generational wealth, also largely untaxed. But you don't need to be a billionaire to use these principles. You can max out your 401k. You can open a tax-free health savings account. You can start a side business and legally deduct legitimate expenses. You have to change your relationship with the tax system from one of fear to one of strategy. This is how you turn the tax code from a weapon used against you into your most powerful tool. This is the final shift. Let's review the 3 shifts in the wealth formula. 1. From employee to owner. 2. From earned income to passive income. 3. From taxpayer to tax strategist. You have been sold a lie. Hustle culture is a dead-end street designed to bleed you of your time, your energy, and your hope, while real wealth is built in a game you were never invited to play. Remember that paycheck from the beginning? The one that vanished before you could even touch it? Imagine watching your wealth grow instead, because it's backed by assets that work for you, not just by your own finite effort. Imagine bringing Maria back. She's no longer dreading her shifts. She's sipping her morning coffee, checking her portfolio, and seeing that her money worked for her overnight. That is how you win. Don't trade your time for money. Make your money buy back your time. The rich aren't just working harder, they're playing by a different set of rules. It's all built on 3 fundamental shifts, from employee to owner. Because your time is limited, but systems can scale forever. From earned income to passive income. Because your freedom isn't measured in hourly rates. from taxpayer to tax strategist, because the tax code rewards those who actually understand it. This was never about finding loopholes. The real injustice? It was that no one told you the game was playable. They still don't work harder than you. But now, you know the rules. And that changes everything. Every video on this channel breaks down a new piece of the elite wealth formula, like this next one. These 3 shifts? They're just the beginning. Elite wealth formula. Because it's time you learned the rules the rich have always known.